What's good, YouTube? It's your man CJ Kyles checking in once again, aka the High Value Nurse. Man, ladies and gentlemen, I really gotta have a conversation with y'all. Like, seriously, I have to have a conversation with y'all because a line needs to be drawn, right? And when I say line, I don't mean like in a facetious way, but a line does need to be drawn because at this point, sometimes we can have the answer. We can have the answer, but choose not to do anything with it because sometimes that answer is a little bit too real for us, right? Seriously, the answer can be a little bit too real for us. And I was somebody that had to learn this as well. A lot of dudes who are not street, right? Me, for example. A lot of dudes who not street, who not hood, who not gangbangers, anything like that. A lot of us think that, well, just being a good guy is it. That's all it takes. Being a good guy, being a nice guy, doing the things that we are supposed to do anyway is all that it takes to become successful in this life. Whether it be with your job, your life, your career, you're a woman, or whatever the case may be, you think that's enough. But ladies and gentlemen, it's not enough. And I think a lot of people, especially men, I was using the term square dudes because, you know, I have a square job. Like maybe that's not the right term, but but dudes who are, who work a regular gig, dudes who are not in the street, the straight and narrow guys, the straight edge guys, you dig? Guys like myself, a lot of us have a hard time realizing that doing what we are supposed to do and being a nice guy, that's not enough. And the answer is us at times. You see, we spend a lot of time having these conversations, which are great conversations, by the way. We spend a lot of time having these conversations about solutions and female nature and submission, and high value and six figures. It's just like a number of things that's continuing to circle around, especially like in Black YouTube that I've noticed. And to me, the solution, since I've been in this space, has been simple. Fellas, you have to stop doing what you doing. You have to stop being great. You have to stop being motivated and driven because of a woman. I'm sorry to say, but that will be the downfall of a lot of you dudes. It's going to be the downfall of a lot of you dudes because you dudes spend all this time becoming the best version of yourself for a woman. Then when she breaks bad, you ready to go shoot everybody. And you can't understand why things did not work out the way that you thought they would. Listen here, my father told me a long time ago, you always stay ready. A woman can break bad at any moment, right? Which means you always stay on point in all aspects of your life, ladies and gentlemen. It is not enough to be a provider. It is not enough to be average. And I used to toe the line and try to be, and try to be like, okay, if you want to be average, that's cool. As of now, I'm saying F being average. That's where I stand with it. F it. You can't afford to be average. You dig? And I'm not just talking about from a financial standpoint. Because I'm going to be honest. If you live in the right city, if you have the right mindset, if you have the right spending habits, you can live very well on a $50,000 an hour salary. Now, that's not what I want for me, right? I want to make way more than that, but that's what I want. But the fact of the matter is, this whole thing where you can just fly by, you know why so many dudes are upset with Mike Rashid. And I keep bringing Mike Rashid up because he is, to me, the ultimate example of what putting in the work looks like. You know why men like that don't have a problem with women? You know why men like that don't have a problem with business and get online and complaining and talking about solutions and everything like that? Because when you create your own world and when you are so driven to the point that you make things happen, people are attracted to that. Men and women. Men and women. And I'm not talking about, when I say men, I'm not talking about in no moist way. Pause. But when men who want to do something with themselves, who are on the grind, see somebody like that moving the way they doing and getting the results all from putting in the work, and it's attainable. A man, when you can see another man that came from nothing, put in the work and be able to get damn near any woman he want, build his own empire, got rich on his own by putting in the work, looks great, dresses great. That is what it takes, ladies and gentlemen. That is what it takes. I've been on a lot of panels when we talked about why does passion fade out of relationships? Because a lot of dudes that are not in the streets, I gotta come up with a name for us, but a lot of dudes that are not in the streets, that work normal jobs, a lot of us are boring. Not myself, I'm not boring. I have a very adventurous life, but a lot of us are boring. You do the same thing week in and week out, week in and week out, and then sit there and complain about female nature this, female nature that. Well, here's the thing. When you're doing everything you're doing based around the female, it's never going to work out in your favor. I don't care how submissive she is. I don't care how feminine she is. The moment that you become complacent as a man, she's going to dry up like the Grand Canyon. She's going to dry up like a desert. The moment you become complacent, she may stick with you. She may be with you, right? But I'll say this: most women, I really do believe they resent. I'm not gonna say they resent average men, but I don't think a lot of women truly enjoy being with average, boring men. Then I seen a comment today, and respectfully, I seen a comment that said, "Well, relationships are supposed to be boring." No, they're not. No, they're not. They are not supposed to be boring. But check this out: as a man who's on this purpose for you, right? You could do everything. You could be the most exciting, the best looking guy, give her the best sex, all that type of stuff. You could do all that stuff and she could still break bad, but that's okay because everything you did was for yourself and you can go get another one. That's the solution. That is the solution. When you focus on being the best version of you for yourself. I had to learn this, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm 13 pounds down. I'm working on myself every single day. Every single day. I just got finished eating a protein lunch with salad and vegetables that my woman made for me. I love my woman to death. But again, I could be doing everything that I'm supposed to do. That don't mean she won't go with somebody else. I don't think she ever would. But if it happened, I can't control that, right? But I'm not doing everything I'm doing in life for her. I'm doing it for me because this is what I want for myself. Everything she gets by being with me is just a perk of being with me. That's how you dudes gotta look at it, man. We talk about all this Pookie and Ray Ray nonsense. You niggas give Pookie and Ray Ray too much damn credit. Too much credit. Y'all always comparing yourself to Pookie and Ray Ray. Why are y'all chasing after bras that want a quote-unquote Pookie? Who cares? The problem is, though, a lot of you dudes are upset with Pookie and Ray Ray because they getting the women that you really want. A lot of y'all niggas are boring. Live with your mama, out of shape, don't got nothing going for yourself but sitting up online day after day after day talking about female nature this, female nature that. Being a good man is not good enough. I'm sorry. This is not the 1950s. This is not the 60s. And this ain't the 70s. You have to be better than average. in order to get above average results. Some of y'all dudes are asking for something that you ain't even qualified to buy. You can't even pay the price. It's a price for everything in life. It is a price. You better believe it. In order to live a luxurious lifestyle, you have to pay a price. In order to have a woman that's going to be submissive on your arm, you have to pay a price, whether you believe it or not. Everything has a price. Everything comes with a price. Are you willing to pay the price? Because this is why a lot of these dating coaches and red pill people can make so much money off the average guy. Because they know 9 times out of 10, they're not going to really put in the work and put their product to use anyway. So they can just keep saying the same thing over and over again and not get results. And they can just keep buying, keep promoting, and keep telling them to get stupid ass programs like DMing 100 chicks a day. Just a big waste of time. A bunch of nothing burgers. That is the issue. That's the real problem. Everybody wants to talk about, how come women do this? How come women do that? Let me tell you something. Women like winners. I'm sorry, but that's the way it is. Women like winners. And the men that are winning don't come online and complain about female nature, bro. Because women like winners. You have to win. You have to win. And look, I ain't never been no Pookie or Ray Ray or whatever y'all want to call them, no street dude or nothing. But I've never had a problem getting a woman. Ever. Black. I deal with majority black women. Black. I've never had a problem dealing with a woman. A lot of you dudes are trying to save women who don't want to be saved. And I'm not no dating coach, but I'm just a dude who's working on himself every day and can observe. I can observe and see, like, y'all doing it for the wrong reasons. Become the best version of you. Grind. Work hard. Because it's a cost to living a great life, whether you want to believe it or not. Women like winners. This whole fantasy fairy tale stuff of, I can just be a nice man and that's it. That's bullshit. And it's always been bullshit. It's always been bullshit. You better wake up. You better wake the hell up. And if you are doing everything you're supposed to be doing, going above and beyond, and you are the best version of yourself, and your woman's still disrespecting you, you need to get a new chick. But it's not even about the woman. It's about you, bro. It's about becoming the best version of you because you want to be the best version of yourself. Huh? All of us walking around, well, not all of us, but a lot of us walking around here fat in the mud, depressed and living with their mama. What woman want to deal with that? What woman want to be with that? And you wondering why she won't submit. You don't have your shit together, bro. And the answer is so simple, bro. Like, it's so simple. I don't know how many times some of these cats gotta say it. That's why I only rock with a certain amount of cats, in the sphere. Only rock with a few dudes because they tell you the same thing over and over again. It's nothing switches up about what they say, and they show you their results, right? So I don't know what it's gonna take for the community to wake up. I don't know what it's gonna take, but it all starts with the men. Once the men start to become the very best versions of themselves, then the women will naturally follow. Seriously, they will naturally follow, and it's not that hard. It's not that difficult. Ladies and gentlemen, that's been today's video. I am just too through. And this whole average thing, F being average at this point. F it. The world is not built for the average man. See, and I think that's the disconnect that a lot of us millennials, like, I'm 30, so a lot of us millennials have, well, a lot of the older generations, and I love these conversations, and I want to keep having these conversations with a lot of older guys that feel the way they feel, because this is not the ways of old. This is new. But it's really the same thing, because the guys who was on their shit was winning back then too. It just wasn't called a high value man or whatever they want to call it. But yeah, it's been like that since the beginning of the time. These are not the same chicks that they used to deal with back in the 50s, 60s, 70s, and I damn near say even 80s, but at the same time they are. They are. Because the biology don't change. The chemistry don't change. The values may change. The times may change. The culture may change. But the core doesn't though, right? That's why you still have the same, that's why it's been the same. The top dog always got the best. It's been like that since forever. And that's been it, man. I tried to end it earlier, but that's it. Please hit like, subscribe, comment. We almost monetized, so I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I'll holler at y'all in a minute. Deuces.